We have 3 at the moment, so 3 per point. So extra 6. Level up in foreign development would be another 10, so not enough. I don't actually know how much we have Diplo reputation. We got, yeah, 3.7. So it would be, extra 2 would be, yeah, it probably wouldn't be close enough. Although, it is still, well, it's 16 now. And it seems to be like 3 per, or maybe it's 2 per point in Diplo reputation. So it might just be 4 points, so yeah, that would still be pretty far. And it's mostly because of the distance between borders. We could maybe increase our economic base, but it's, yeah, economic base is going to be the one that is going to kind of solve the issue. Or if we can get into, well, actually, we'd have to basically take Kaffa. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And Genoa does have a lot of allies. They're fighting Knights and Cyprus still. We don't have any claims on them either. But technically, Trebizond might have a fleet to fight them at least a little bit. Our fleet is not in any shape or form capable of fighting them off. I could technically try to get a claim over here as well. Probably not worthwhile though. Well, so we already got 2 claims. I mean, technically speaking, yeah, so we'd have to have, what, 60? Yeah, we need to have 60 spy network. I mean, if we get to 60 before we are ready to declare war, then technically speaking, that could be a possibility. At least we have some claims over there then. Oh, and speaking of spies, we just got caught again. There's a lot of people living in there. Oh yeah, there is quite a bit of development in there. It's mostly just peasants. There's no residents. There's peasants and nomads in there, basically. And how much is there? Whoa! There's 350 farmlands, and they can have up to 1,000. Well, no wonder that there's a lot of peasants living in there. Okay. Well, I wouldn't mind giving that to Ossetia then. Or maybe even having for myself. Although, well, yeah, I could actually have that. And what about over here? There's a lot less population. Okay, this one's almost full with the stuff that they can have. Other than the industry and all that, of course. But there isn't really an upper limit on the industry. As long as they can have the population working in there and they can get all the resources required for the population, it's fine. But yeah, our biggest hurdle is probably going to be getting the commercialization. And for that, we don't have enough sort of power in our, for example, capital. It's just doesn't have enough trade power to start getting the institution in there. If we did, then that would already improve the situation quite a bit, because there'd at least be 3 cities getting that, and I think the capital would be getting it quite quickly if it did have the power, but alas, that's not the case. Now we do at least have 27 development now, of which 20, or not 20, 12 are urban. How's the... Ooh, trade value is now... Ooh, hold on a minute. No, but commercialization is not spreading there. I think it needs to have more trade power in there as well. It's got a 4.2 trade power, so it's not too bad. I think just a little bit more and we might be able to get... Ooh, autonomy has been dropping there. Let's have a look at the autonomy map mode again. So down here it's slowly dropping at least. Over here it's still pretty bad, but I think it is slowly improving. Which I suppose... Well, this view... Ooh, Odisha is down to 90%. Okay, I mean, that's good. Might be able to get some money out of there. Although, overall, it's still pretty small. I mean, the communications efficiency is also rather bad in there, overall. We're still improving it, but... It's gonna be a slow build up there. I think if we got the capital building down, then that would improve... Well, it would definitely improve communications efficiency all around. At least a little bit. We're about 2 years away from being able to declare the wars. It looks like the development hasn't really gone up, but we're still getting 2 ducats per month. So our income has still been dropping. Is that... Aren't they... Oh, right, the bureaucrat corruption is still pretty high. Of course, if you build roads, it will earn you money. I mean, yeah, it would. So the bureaucrat corruption is still pretty high. I wonder if I could... Oh, right, the fees is income. Let's have a look at the reforms in here. Is there anything I could do? Probably not. And the sale of officers, that would be administration cost, but that would reduce the corruption, but also reduce our stability. We just have to have the influence to do that, and then we'd be fine. Hierarchy stuff over here, so ooh, it wouldn't have an impact on the stability either. It would cost us quite a bit of points, and cost us quite a bit of corruption as well. But over time, that would reduce the autonomy, Admin costs would go up a little bit, but that's not the worst thing in there. Provincial corruption and state corruption would go down. So that would mean that over time we'll have a bit better situation with the corruption. So that is definitely one of the things that we want to invest into. Can't do that one or that one. Literature test would be potentially a good one in the long run. Right now, probably don't need it. And that provincial reform. Oh, rational delivery. Oh yeah, we need 80% state reach average. That's not going to happen anytime soon. Probably ever. Appointed magistrates. This would also be pretty good, but we need to get the autonomy down, which, technically speaking, the clear hierarchy would help with that. The autonomy, that is. Again, it wouldn't be immediate, but it would do it over time. So what I could perhaps do... I wonder, how is the influence right now? 13. If we do the... Actually, before we do that, we'll probably need to check if we can even... Oh yeah, we could promote them. I'm going to do that. The bureaucrat corruption does go up. But now if we do the clear hierarchy... I think that's going to be our best bet right now. It's quite expensive in points, and now the corruption is pretty darn high. 71. Ooh, okay. Also, bureaucrat loyalty is very low. Okay. What I might want to do is fight the corruption, leverage the elites a little bit, so that would reduce the stability. Unfortunately, also loyalties go down by 20 points. But corruption, impact of elites, and state corruption would go down. We may need to do a bit of stuff with the nobility real quick. Tenant abuse would be okay, I suppose. Promote the lesser nobility would be fine, but that increases the power, so I'd rather avoid that right now. If we just take this one, it's going to get back to +1 stability, and we'll have at least 40% loyalty on the nobility. And now we should also have the influence required once we are ready to get the tax reform done. We can't do this one yet because we need more tax or state reach, but this would be direct taxes, more profitable, which would be quite nice, to be fair. But yeah, we need to get the state reach a little bit higher, but hopefully the state corruption is going to go down now. Of course, it's probably not updated yet. Oh yeah, the provincial corruption is bloody massive right now, and we need to wait until next year to start seeing some changes in there. We're still about 2 years away from being able to declare wars. Oh, Crimea has declared war on White Horde as well. Are you fighting against Ottomans again? Oh no, you're part of the... Okay. Great Horde on Crimea. Okay, so you're part of this existing war, but there's also Superior declared war on them. Yeah, the 65% stability increase into war is going to be gone soon. Oh, and there goes the tax relief again. I wonder if I should just not do that right now, because the bad modifier is going to be done next year, so we'll probably drop down to 0 stability. But beyond that, we should be able to start increasing again once that is over. Oh. Let's not blow this out of proportion. It's going to lower our stability by half a point regardless. But increase the nobles' loyalty and relations between them. They still lose a little bit influence, which still at 40. So that is at least slowly improving. So we may need to wait until this war is over as well before White Horde is done for. But then we'll need to figure out how to start fighting against these existing ones there. One way or another. Might not be easy. Okay, we can recall that diplomat now. Let's have a look at Theodoro. How close are we? Oh, right, and the disaster is going to start looming because we are below +1 stability. So we are still 15 points away. Right, I mean, the economic base has started increasing now. And that is what we need to focus on. Are we going more development then? No, we have not. They might have lost a little bit development. Or our income may have just increased sufficiently, I don't know. Just double checking, so we got still 4.2 power in there, so that's not sufficient. Probably why tax relief was 5 point on the calculations. I mean, yeah, I suppose it could be. Right, so, oh, wow. Well, we don't have a casus belli against White Horde right now. They're still fighting in 2 wars. I mean, I could maybe conquer these, but now we need to fight against these bastards. Who are allied to Crimea and Mogulistan, so yeah, we won't be declaring war on them. Not right now. I mean, Mugulistan is pretty large. I mean, they're mostly based all the way there. So technically speaking, if we were in a war against them, we'd be able to fight them probably down here or up here. Either or. Probably down here, actually. Especially if we were to conquer down Mazandaran. But hey, this year we can technically do a reform already. Too many cavalry Mugulis. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, we could technically do the reform already this year for the taxes. But at the same time, we might want to let the stability go up to at least +1. So that once we try to recover from the time, it's going to be a little bit easier. Now, if I remember correctly, we had a look at the amenities for Tbilisi last time, and it was like 800 ducats, and then the capital building was 900. So even though we're slowly making money, of course that might not actually be completely accurate number. Oh wow, are we actually making a negative balance here? That can't be correct. Our taxes have been going down, I suppose. No, we are actually losing money. Oh, and there's the investments as well. Problem is that we've got so many provinces being invested in that a lot of the investments are quite small overall. Corruption comes from the reforms. True. Oh, right, yeah, so that is why we're losing the... Yeah, that makes sense. At least the... Oh. Regency ends in March 66. Oh. Right, so about a year from now. Let's have a look at the... Okay, so the Provincial Corruption is going down rather quickly now, at least. So once that goes down, we'll have a bit more income from the provinces themselves. Oh, I see. I think the bureaucrat loyalty might be kind of the inverse of the bureaucrat corruption. Like, combined they make 100%. That would make sense. Not entirely sure if that's the case, but at least the numbers line up quite nicely there right now. I do actually like that there is the notification for the recency ending. Although I suspect that there might be something that we could do. Oh yeah, extend by 5 years. I don't want to extend it, though. Oh. Disowned relative, noble concessions, recent reforms, and social instability. Okay, so next year, stability should be going up. Well, at least wait until we reach a +1. Hopefully we'll get that soon. And in the meanwhile, we might be able to... We'll have to get a claim on White Horde over here, just so that we can get Circassia and Abyssinia. Parental Liberations expired as well. Right, so we lost a lot of modifiers, that's for sure. We're back in business, I hope so. Let's actually have a look. So yeah, we could do this tax reform here. Take a lot of admin points and probably cost us 2 stability, which means that we should not do it right now. And probably cost a bit of loyalty, although I don't know how much loyalty it's going to have. How long does Ossetia's core last? Good question. Since they are the primary nation of Ossetian, it will not be lost. Okay. Well, that is good news. Yeah, we got some core or claims over here. Well, it should be climbing fast now, but of course it's not going to be showing the correct numbers until... Oh, actually it is already growing. 3% per month. And that might actually change a bit more. Although there's a lot of things that impact it positively already there, but like the 65% extra in there from the reform certainly hurt us quite a bit. But now we should be able to regain some of that. Technically speaking, what I could do is just focus on a lot of the smaller reforms here, instead of doing the law changes for a little bit. And that means that our stability will stay relatively high, I hope. How's the disaster doing? It says 1473? Okay, we'll be fine with that then, because we'll be able to get to +1 stability soon enough. I actually wonder how much is going to be going up this year now that all the modifiers have been recalculated. Possibly pretty quickly. Or it might not be that much faster than what we had before. But like doing some other stuff, well, we'll probably need to get the nobility's loyalty up, first things first. Oh, right. Okay, so now is the moment of truth. We'll be able to see if the bureaucrat corruption is indeed, or the loyalty and corruption are combined 100%, or... Well, it does seem like it. It's just something that I've never really paid that much attention to. But yeah, the corruption is still pretty high. Let's have a look at the... Nobility is pretty close to the 85 mark, but they've been there for a while now. Just need to make sure they do not do too many things that increase their power. The provincial corruption is still going down. It's still getting 2.6% per month for the stability. So that's not too bad. Realm expenses are pretty high. National income is increased. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're paying quite a bit of our revenue as corruption. It was 84, went back to 83. Ah, okay. Well, let's have a look at the power then, so we can see... Oh, yeah. It is slowly reducing right now. Okay, I mean, that's good. It might be partially because of the corruption and all that. Oh, there we go. We'll continue with the current alignment. Oh, right, Kathmandu is a rather poor ruler. Rio 1. I wonder, if we do the consort, will that increase the power? Yeah, I would. Okay, so we should not do that then. We'll just get the extra ruler one, or the consort one way or another. Is there a... Probably won't be able to marry Karaka Yunlu. No. I still got 87% Liberty as well. How far are we? We're not actually that far from getting the Diplotech. Or another Diplotech. Oh, at least he is careful, so accuracy expansion impact is lower. Average modern lifespan is higher. Okay, so he's going to be around for a lot longer. Technically speaking, we could make him a ruler, but I'd rather have an heir at least. So I don't... Well, technically speaking... Noble from House Hold on a minute. From Nenos? What family is that? Oh well. But yeah, I'd rather keep the ruling family as is. But now we could technically declare wars. Okay, some conversions done at Derbent. Let's go ahead and move this army down south. We could do this quick war over here in Mazandaran. It's an air force, and then 15 years later die in an accident. Newman makes him a general. Yeah, we're 3 points away from the claim. So technically speaking, yeah, we could actually do the war against White Horde first. You're not wrong. Although I'm not entirely sure if that was your point, but we could do that. Ooh, there we go. Now we're getting some money. 4.7 ducats per month. Now that we're not paying for everything. And then we wait for some calculations to be done. There we go. Now we got a claim. Yeah, if we could get these two, I mean, that would already be 30 development. That would get us across the threshold to getting the next level. And that might actually help vassalizing Theodoro. Now I think of it. Oh, now it's 31 again. Right, we lost some good modifiers in there. I think we lost plus 10 from somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where exactly. Oh, Diplo reputation went down a little bit, and then... Oh, yeah. We lost 1 point in Diplo reputation, and then there's some other things that we lost with the change of ruler. So did we get the Casabelli already? No, not yet, so we need to wait until next month. So we're going to do a quick war in there. Conquer a few provinces. Now, it's going to put us at neighbouring Crimea. Well, I think we'll be alright in that. Right. White Horde, declare war. So it's 17,000 men that they have, so it's not actually quite as small as I thought it would be. Well, we'll just march in. We'll go with medium looting. It might reduce the development a little bit and all that, but you know, I want money. I need money. Of course, we are actually making money now, so it's not that desperate situation, but it could certainly be a lot better. Right, so White Horde is moving through there. I didn't realize that we got military access through the blue Horde over here. Slightly surprised by that. We do have 2 cannons already, and PA has a siege beat as well. Oh, and Ossetia is going for Abyssinia. Excellent. So these sieges shouldn't take all that long. Yeah, they probably took most of the money anyway. But if we can get a little bit more, that should be fine. There we go, so we got 23 Diplo. So does that actually... Oh, there we go, so the Karakunilu Liberty Desire is now 79%. It's still pretty high. Actually, okay, Diplo Reputation, Trust hasn't really increased that much. Opinion may have started increasing. So that is helping a little bit. Oh, right. Relative armor power of all vassals, states, and the supporter Sarvadar to Georgia. 78%. Economic... Oh, it takes economic power into account there as well. Interesting. Ooh, nice Wolf Breach already in here. Well done, Ossetia. Well done. Yeah, getting these 2 provinces would be quite nice. Well, perhaps at some point we'll give these to Ossetia, but we can't do that yet. So we'll just take good care of the provinces right now. as much as we can. And, you know, there's a lot of farmlands in there, which is probably going to be... I'm assuming there's a lot of farmlands. I don't actually know what the productions in there are. Other than that, there's a lot of agriculture, but we could probably have a look at that. In trust and opinion, you can shift like 30 to 40% more points. True. So if we can just make them trust us, which might take some time, hold them on a lease till I can take them. Sure, we'll call it that. There we go. So let's have a look at what is the productions in here. So there's a ton of crop production. Also quite a bit of plant fibers and nomadism. So nomadism is going to be producing a little bit of everything. But it's a lot of food that they produce here. Actually, if we have a look at the trade over here, so we can see they produce... Okay, so they still demand more food than they produce, but there is still a ton of food being produced. Yeah, we could certainly open up some industrial slots there, because there's no industry in there right now. So actually, what is the industry that we perhaps need there most? Looking at the prices, I mean, military isn't that high demand necessarily. I mean, we could use more in there, but like most of these things that we could produce aren't really in high demand there, is the problem. But yeah, opening up some industries there certainly should help. So let's have a look. Can we actually already demand these two? We can. Is there anything else that I could take? Probably a little bit of cash. 15 ducats. I'll take it. No point in going too far in there. Let's get this war done so we can move our troops elsewhere. So Sunni Zealots in... Oh, in that area, plus a little bit down south as well. Okay. Well, if we do another quick war down here, we should be fine. That will give us another 2 provinces. And actually, this should give us the new rank, shouldn't it? Yeah, it did. Don't remember what exactly it does, though. Results of war. Right, so... Kingdom... Major ranks, so it's a possible advisor, leader upkeep, or leaders without upkeep, +1. 2 diplomatic relations, Liberty Society +6. Elizabeth Society from Social Development, -10%. National Focus cooldown, -9, okay. And we got this Caucasus for our color as well, which is quite nice. Did it affect Theodorus' chances? I don't actually know. Let's have a look. Yeah, it did. Actually, I'm not... Oh yeah, international influence levels, so that was extra +10 in there. We lost +10 somewhere, I don't know where at some point when the ruler changed, but that's about it. How's the corruption doing? It's still... Oh, it's actually going up right now. Okay. Do we have any fortification? We've got a fortification over there, we've got a fortification in here. That is Wooded Hills. We could technically have a fortification in Circassia. Of course, we can't do that yet, but like in the future at some point. Oh, there we go. Marriage, and we got an heir. You know what? Do not fail me. Alberto, you got decent stats overall. You got 7 total, which is pretty good in admin, which does mean that the disasters are going to be a little bit less frequent. Speaking of disasters, stability, is that still going up? Slowly. We might have to do something about that. Maybe do a little bit in here, that something that does not increase the power of the nobility. Unpopularity, that would... I don't want to lose the legitimacy right now. This one would be centralization and prestige. That would be 10 loyalty. Grand celebration would cost us quite a bit, but that would be 5 loyalty. And would also give us a little bit of stability. Yeah, unfortunately it is average claim. Oh, I don't know. It might not be quite enough. The marriage would be... Oh, there we go. The power has dropped below 80% now. Well, the state corruption is still 60. So that is going to take a while. Noble marriage is probably the kind of the easiest one. That would give us the diplomatic reputation again. There's a little bit of stability, but it's not going to be quite sufficient. Is there... We've got some extra prestige to lose if you do this one. And that would not increase their power directly. Of course, centralization would be a bit curtailed, but that's not too bad, I don't think. We've got still 23. Let's just keep the conversions going. How much is it in here now? It was 46% before. Or 46 point some... Yeah, so now it's 47.6. It's slowly improving, but it's like not a lot per conversion, unfortunately. So it's going to take a while before that's converted all the way. Right, are we ready for a war? I think we might be. They got 3,000. We got claim on the capital. Let's get to the border and then we'll declare war. And then we'll probably need to do a bit of rebel suppression for a while again. hard to convince people to change beliefs. Yeah, it is. It's going to take generations. Looting policy, we'll go with medium looting. And after this war, we can maybe start thinking about war against Sardabar, although, who are you allied to? You don't actually have that many allies. You only got 12,000 total. So if we were to keep them a few times, maybe... Oh, I have a cunning plan. What I can do is I can actually give some province to Karakoyunlu. That would make them like me a bit more. That would lower the liberty side momentarily at least, but of course over time it's going to increase it.